Hello, space butterflies and autistic cucumbers. My name is Master, and I'm here to give you guys a let's play of Europa Universalis 4. Now, what is Europa Universalis 4? Only the most kick-ass grand strategy game of all time. Well, some would argue it's actually Crusader Kings 2, some would argue it's blah blah, but in my opinion it is, simply because it's really interesting, to be honest. I didn't really like the dynastic and the person and the human aspect of Crusader Kings, and I more so like the nation building. Also, Europa Universalis is arguably larger. Arguably, of course. And pretty much I've decided on playing a civilization in Europa Universalis, of course. Now, what civilization, you may ask? A civilization not of the, main civilizations you pick, like Lithuania, Ottomans, Muscovy, France, Castile, England, blah blah. A Middle Eastern civilization, because Middle Eastern civilizations don't really get much acclaim, but not the Ottomans or Timurids or Croatian. I'm talking about the Persians. And why is that? Because Persia is a mighty civilization, both in real life and in this game. It's a civilization with different ideas, different mindsets, different religions, all contributing to one national identity and national culture known as Persian. Now in this game, Persia starts off in a very difficult spot. Military economy and diplomacy is shit. We face a shit ton of rebellions happening in Armenia over here, which will cause us to not declare war on these Eastern Orthodox Christians in the early parts of the game, because of the fact that the rebellions will get too much for us to handle, and we'll be fighting our own people over and over and over again until the end of time. So pretty much avoiding conflict between Georgia and Astrukskan for now is very imperative. And once we deal with the Armenian problem and convert them, then we'll go ahead and, conquer these two nations. But for now, we won't even deal with them. We'll probably, make some marriages and get some diplomacy happening. But we have to deal with the Timurids and the Croatians. The Croatians and the Timurids don't really have an easy, alliance with us, so to speak. So we're going to have to talk to them. Maybe we want to ally with the Timurids, or maybe we want to ally with the Croatians. I mean, not the Croatian, the Khorassans, of course. Oh, God, I'm sorry. Croatian is C, Khorasan is K or Q, whatever. I passed first grade English. I know English. So Khorassans, we need to make an alliance with them, which will give us a lot of prestige and piety. Or it won't, because of the fact that sometimes the Khorassans will actually be at war with us. We can also ally with the Timurids, and the Timurids are pretty powerful, but they are plagued with rebellions, so that's something to keep in mind. Our force limit is only 14, so we can't really declare war on anybody just yet. And then there's this aging empire, wrecked with rebellions after rebellions and economic hardships. These guys are also hordes, which means they have no, technological savvy, so to speak. So right now we can probably lose against them because of the fact that they are hordes, and hordes generally have a large military. However, they will lose later on in the game because they cannot keep up with us technologically. Because they're being plagued right now with rebellions, we can definitely mop up. And most of our national ideas actually revolve around this civilization, so conquering them is very imperative, actually. So let's go ahead and play as Persia. Let's do our best. Now, Persia also has a problem with leaders. Persia's leaders are actually very, very strong. Very, very strong. They are super strong. But here's the problem with Persia's leaders. They die way too fast. So we have to use our leaders effectively, and also kind of in a manner which doesn't get them killed. Anyway, so, right. Let's try to deal with the Khorasan issue. A little bit hostile, but, they're a little bit friendly towards us. Okay, so, let's get a little bit of for alliance going. Actually, no, wait. Let's get our national idea going. Then we can offer an alliance. Sometimes they actually will start off being mad at you, so you have to improve relationship. And one time they actually denounced me and made me a rival, so something to keep in mind actually later on in the game. You can go ahead and get these things as well, which will benefit us greatly. And everything else checks out A-OK. Advisor, let's see what we can get. National tax modifier would actually be pretty good. More money, the better. And everything else checks out. Let's keep our forces over here. And once we're done with getting the alliance, we'll actually build a fort in this city, because then we'll be able to just, get the bonus, which allows us to... Oh, wait. Can we build the fort? Yes, we can build the fort. But we need to wait for 50 gold, which will be in a couple turns. So, let's do that for now. Alliance was accepted, so we get a little bit of prestige and a little bit of happiness going. In fact, let's see what we can do. Royal marriage. Okay, so let's get a royal marriage as well. Whoa, what? 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 Oh my god, what? Why? Why do you do such things? Yep, there we go. There's Khorasan's usual bipolar nature. Kind of like Gandhi in Civilization 5. They just hate you for no reason. And there's, you know, their massive army. Their army does get whittled down by all these rebels, but that's later on. Here's the Armenians. God damn, these Armenians. Start to convert them right now. In fact, let's not convert them, because that will probably prompt them to make more revolts against me. So, let's go ahead. And let's actually try to deal with these rebels. Oh, nothing? Okay, good. We need to build a fort here, so that's something to keep in mind. Unfortunately, we can't get a royal marriage, because Croatia, I mean not Croatia, but Khorasan decides to be a little dick, so... Why are they so hateful towards us? They've labeled me as their rival, I bet. Not yet, so... Actually, we can go ahead and actually improve relations, maybe. And while we're doing that, let's improve relations with the Ottomans. First peace. Really? Cordial. But we're friendly towards them, so let's improve relations. We can actually do that. That's actually cool. We can actually make peace between Ottomans' enemies and the Ottomans, but for now, the Ottomans fighting is pretty okay. Not yet. I'm gonna wait till I can at least look to actually making peace with Khorasan. Because we really do need their royal marriage, actually. And so far, I think it's actually working, which is good. You're doing good. You're doing good, improving relations. Desires provinces. Ah, they desire provinces in my territories, I'm guessing. List. This will call you... What? Really? I can label them my rival, but right now I want to have a military to really boot against them. And I really don't have that. Yeah, this doesn't look like it's actually helping. Well, I mean working, but actually maybe it could. Just need to continue onwards. And this isn't working. Okay, so it's definitely not working. So what we're going to do is we're going to switch our national focus, and unfortunately we have to cancel this mission, but can't really do anything about it. We can build some units actually, so let's build some military units over here. Put some cav. Good. We have a good sized military going, just in case the Khorasanians try to invade us or something. That's a really stupid fucking... Now they think of us as a rival. You know what? I want to really declare war on them right now, actually. In fact, we could actually do that, because unlike declaring war on Georgia, which has an Orthodox Georgian... Georgiania, I really don't know how to pronounce them. Their, you know, civilization acronym, really. Or the plural of that civilization's populace. Well, instead of, basically if we invade Georgia, what happens is we get a very rich country to kind of rule over and land to rule over. But the problem is that because they're Orthodox, because they're Georgianian, and because, you know, our accepted cultures are... Let's see what our accepted cultures are actually before I start blabbering on here. Our accepted cultures are Persian, Croatian, and Balochi, as well as Azerbaijani. Ooh, yes. And I think we have some negatives towards Yes, we have a huge negative towards Orthodox. We have a little bit of a negative towards Sunnis, but we're very tolerant of Shiites. So we need to actually conquer as many Shiite territories as we can, and then we can go ahead and conquer these Orthodox, because right now, even though the Orthodox country over here is very rich in resources, as well as very tempting to conquer because it's very small, it will make us face rebellions after rebellions after rebellions after rebellions after rebellions because of the fact that they're so different to us. However, the Khorasanians are not, so you know what, declaring war on them is probably a very good idea to do. In fact, a very good thing to do. So let's go ahead and move our forces over here. Maybe we can fabricate a claim. Let's see if we can fabricate some sort of claim. Really? We could actually just conquer them outright. Okay, let me just get my forces ready then. Let's see what his actual army skill. Well, not army skill, but like, let's see how strong his army is actually. No, what is it? K, right? Yes, K. 3,000 infantry, 2,000 cavalry, 6,000 total, 13 force limit. And ours is, we're Persia, so that means we have 9,000, 4,000. We can kick their asses. And because they're Shiite territories, we won't face so much, you know, actual rebellion, which is good. In fact, but if we're going to do that, let's get an ally. In fact, let's really get an ally. Let's build up and let's get an ally to fight for us, and then we can go ahead and declare war on the Khorasans. And while we do that, let's go ahead and declare them a rival. That way we get even more bonuses for piety and stuff like that. How do I do that? I forgot how I did that, actually. I just almost did that like a second ago. Let's see. Let's pause that for now. Must be somewhere here. Ah, there we go. Delhi. View your country. Yep, let me view mine. There we go. Okay, so. Khorasan. Aha! Looking good. Looking good. Ooh.